Warm welcome. You're with India Today. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Let's take you to our biggest developing story right now. Mehbooba Mufti, the Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, is in the national capital. She had about a 25-minute meeting with the Prime Minister, where the atmosphere in Kashmir is concerned. She is now going to be meeting the Home Minister and the NSA. All of this amidst growing tension between the J&K ruling coalition partners, the PDP and the BJP. Now, topping the agenda for talks today was the ongoing unrest in the valley. Speaking after the meet, Mehbooba said that talks focused on improving governance in the valley and ways to initiate dialogue with the valley's youth. Mehbooba also said that while only centre could take a call on governor's rule, meanwhile, she also added that the disputed Indus Water Treaty would have a detrimental effect on the valley. Remember, Mehbooba and Prime Minister's meet comes in the backdrop of the recent by-polls which witnessed large-scale violence and a dismal voter turnout. Let's listen in to what Ms. Mufti told the battery of reporters standing outside the Prime Minister's residence.
खराब हो गए उसके बारे में डिस्कशन हुआ, जो धीरे धीरे सुधर रहे थे पिछले साल के अनरेस्ट के बाद। उसमें क्या हुआ, किस तरह से हुआ और उसमें जो इलेक्शन अनाउंस हुआ उसकी वजह से हालात पे क्या असर पड़ा, और जो हाल ही में इलेक्शन हुए उसमें जो कम परसेंटेज वोटर का रहा वो क्यों हुआ। तो ये सारी बातों पे डिस्कशन हुआ और इसमें जो हमारा एजेंडा ऑफ अलायंस है पीडीपी और बीजेपी का, उसका भी डिस्कशन हुआ, जिसमें हमने बार बार कहा कि मुफ्ती साहब इस मुल्क के होम मिनिस्टर भी रहे हैं और जम्मू कश्मीर के चीफ मिनिस्टर भी रहे हैं, और उन्होंने एक नक्शा दिया है कि जम्मू कश्मीर के ये जो हालात ऐसे, इनसे बाहर निकलने का क्या रास्ता है, और उसमें बातचीत का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। क्योंकि कब तक आप अपने लोगों के साथ कन्फ्रंटेशन करेंगे, किसी न किसी लेवल पे बात होनी चाहिए। और इसके अलावा मैंने प्राइम मिनिस्टर पे जोर दिया, दबाव डाला कि जो हमारे जम्मू कश्मीर का जो हमारे वाटर रिसोर्सेज पे हमारा कंट्रोल नहीं है और इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी की वजह से हमें बहुत नुकसान होता है, तो इसके बारे में वो संजीदगी से सोचे कि किस तरह से रियासत की भरपाई हो। कि अगर हमें 20,000 करोड़ रुपए का नुकसान होता है सालाना इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी की वजह से, तो क्या किया जाए कि जम्मू कश्मीर का वो नुकसान जो है उसकी भरपाई हो, और डायलॉग के लिए कैसा माहौल हम किस तरह बनाए। क्योंकि पहले हमें एक माहौल पैदा करना है जम्मू कश्मीर में जिसमें बातचीत हो, जहां पर आपस में कन्फ्रंटेशन होगा, एक तरफ से पथराव दूसरी तरफ से गोली, तो उसमें शायद बातचीत मुमकिन नहीं है। तो हमने सब डिस्कस किया किस तरह हम मिलजुल के जम्मू कश्मीर में एक ऐसा माहौल बनाए जहां गवर्नेंस का भी पॉसिबल हो, डेवलपमेंट भी पॉसिबल हो, डायलॉग भी पॉसिबल हो। प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने कहा जहां तक इंडस वाटर ट्रीटी का सवाल है, जहां तक उसमें जो रियासत को नुकसान होता है उसकी भरपाई के लिए वो जरूर कोई ना कोई कदम उठाएंगे, और साथ ही बातचीत के लिए माहौल साजगार होने के बाद बातचीत का भी वो जो है इरादा रखते हैं। जी
आपकी जब से सरकार आई है वहाँ पर पत्थरबाजों की संख्या काफी बड़ी है। व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप के जरिए वहाँ पर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का खुलासा हुआ है, तो ऐसी स्थिति में कैसे
देखिए, इसमें तो सिक्योरिटी, और हम कल मेरी जो है यूनिफाइड कमांड की मीटिंग भी है, उसमें हम बैठ के कोई राय अमल इसमें बनाएंगे जिससे हम ये जो बाहर से व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप या फेसबुक का इस्तेमाल करके या दूसरे जो है पत्थरबाजी के लिए जिस उकसाया जा रहा है, पत्थरबाजी के लिए 2-3 वजह है। एक तो कुछ जो लड़के हैं जो डिसइल्यूजन्ड है, जो खफा हैं, जो नाराज हैं। दूसरा जो है जिनको जानबूझ के उकसाया जाता है। तो इस सब पे कल डिस्कशन होगा और हम कोई ना कोई रास्ता जरूर निकालेंगे।
हुर्रियत से बात करने के लिए बात किससे करोगे? अब जिस सरकार ने कहा है कि जो भारतीय संविधान को माने दायरे में बात और हुर्रियत संविधान के साथ बात करेंगे।
देखिए, मुझे लगता है कि जम्मू कश्मीर में पहले भी वाजपेयी जी साहब के टाइम में भी बातचीत हुई है। LK आडवाणी डेप्यूटी प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे, हुर्रियत के साथ बात हुई है, दूसरों के साथ बात हुई है, और हमें जहां पर वाजपेयी जी छोड़ गए थे वहीं से इसको आगे ले जाना पड़ेगा, नहीं तो जम्मू कश्मीर की हालत जो है वो सुधरने का कोई चांस नहीं है। सॉरी, मैंने कहा पहले हमें सिचुएशन को थोड़ा संभालने दीजिए, माहौल को ठीक बनाने दीजिए, क्योंकि पत्थरबाजी और गोली के माहौल में बातचीत नहीं हो सकती है। सॉरी,
बीजेपी और पीडीपी के बीच जो डिफरेंसेस है, स्पेशली जो एमएलसी का चुनाव हुआ था,
जो गठबंधन में कहीं न कहीं दरार पड़ गई है,
उसको क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, वो जो हुआ बहुत बुरा हुआ, नहीं होना चाहिए। जहाँ तक पीडीपी का सवाल है, हम तो पूरा अपना धर्म निभा रहे हैं, पर ये हमारी अंदरूनी बातें, इसको रिजॉल्व करेंगे मिलजुल के। सॉरी, दैट इज फॉर द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट टू आंसर, आई कांट से।
होगा या सिर्फ बातचीत होगी, क्योंकि बातचीत से अभी तक कोई हासिल
नहीं। देखिए ना, बातचीत से बहुत बातें हुई थी। बातचीत से मुजफ्फराबाद रोड खुला था, रावलाकोट रोड खुला था। बातचीत से हमारा बॉर्डर्स पे सीज फायर हुआ था वाजपेयी जी साहब के टाइम में। बातचीत से यहाँ हुर्रियत वालों के साथ बातचीत शुरू हुई थी। तो कुछ तो बहुत हुआ था, जिसकी वजह से वाजपेयी जी को आज भी कश्मीर के लोग याद करते हैं। और उसी पॉलिसी की वजह से पीडीपी और बीजेपी एक साथ हैं कि जब बार बार मोदी जी ने कहा कि मैं वाजपेयी जी के नक्शे कदमों पे चलूंगा, तो वाजपेयी जी की पॉलिसी तो रिकंसिलिएशन की है, वो तो कन्फ्रंटेशन की नहीं है।
मोदी जी सहमत थे इस बात से कि अलगाववादियों से बातचीत।
देखिए, जो भी वाजपेयी जी की पॉलिसी है उससे मोदी जी हमेशा सहमत रहे, बार बार उन्होंने कहा है, और उसमें अपने लोगों से बात करना, मगर उसके लिए पहले हमें एक माहौल बनाना पड़ेगा। ये कि जो माहौल को ठीक करके उसके बाद सब कुछ मुमकिन है। अभी तो मैंने कहा ना, थोड़ा ये पत्थरबाजी और गोली का जो आपस में इस वक्त मुकाबला हो रहा है, इसको किसी तरह से हम ठीक कर लें, तो उसके बाद बातचीत के बगैर कोई चारा नहीं है।
All right, well, it is a politically loaded statement there if one actually reads into what Mehbooba Mufti just said. Let's bring in our battery of reporters. Joining me live right now is my colleague Brijesh Pandey. He joins me live. We have executive editor Gaurav Sawant to give us perspective. Kamaljeet Sandhu getting us the very latest coming in, because shortly we're also going to be beaming visuals live of Mehbooba Mufti, the Chief Minister, meeting the Home Minister. Brijesh, let me come to you first. After this meeting with the Prime Minister, you know, let's look at what Ms. Mufti told the battery of reporters outside. She brought up the name of the former Indian Prime Minister, Mr. Vajpayee, at least 3 to 4 times, going on stressing that the Prime Minister needs to follow the path of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Clearly that. Second, when we talked about governor's rule, she scoffed and said, well, that is in the central government's hand. Point number 3 also, Brijesh, if the way she turned around and she said that, you know, the Prime Minister he said that he will do it, but it has to be the path of the former Prime Minister. All's not quite well. And that meeting barely lasted 20 minutes.
Well, you know, one of the underlying theme of what she said was, as you just said, was the invocation of Atal Bihari Vajpayee at least 5 to 6 times. And several of statements where she invoked Atal Bihari Vajpayee were politically very loaded. You know, yes. Once she said that, you know, when we asked her, you know, what she has to say about, you know, talks with Hurriyat, you know, how can the government talk with somebody who doesn't believe in the Constitution of India? She said, well, last time it was Deputy Prime Minister Krishna Advani along with Vajpayee, you know, who spoke with Hurriyat to resolve the Kashmir issues. And after that, you know, she also said that, you know, that if we don't pick up the Kashmir situation from where Vajpayee left in, then it will be next to impossible to bring normalcy back to Jammu and Kashmir. After that, you know, she also went on to say that, you know, dialogue is the key to move forward.
Right.
Because,
you know, I'm going to come right in. Brijesh, I'm going to just come right in. Just stay on with me, because we're joined by more reactions by Mr. Mattu from the NC, from Jammu and Kashmir. We also have Mr. Ravindra Raina from the BJP. Mr. Raina, you know, what's going on? Clearly, where the alliance, with the alliance with the PDP is concerned, all's not quite well. And it was quite evident in what Ms. Mufti just told the press. The number of times she just brought up Atal Bihari Vajpayee is reason enough to believe that.
See, time and again, the government of India, whether it was the Atal Bihari Vajpayee Saab's government or even during the Manmohan Singh Saab's government and even during the present government, Prime Minister Narendra Modi Saab, every time the government of India have taken these strong steps and all dialogue process with Pakistan and all of the stakeholders in Kashmir Valley. But the people, the government in Pakistan, they are they have no control over these extremist forces and the terrorist organizations. And so, who will take the guarantee of these terrorist outfits and all these separatists? This is a very million-dollar question.
But but Mr. Raina, you completely differ. What you're saying is completely, away from what your alliance partners believe in.
No. As far as the dialogue process is concerned, even during the Vajpayee Sahib's government, we have taken steps what Honorable Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti ji today said. But there are not only the people of Hurriyat Council, those are the stakeholders. There are so many other people. There are Kashmiri Pandits, there are refugees of 1947, and there are Shia.
But Mr. Raina, at one end, your own, Mr. Prakash Ganga from the BJP says stone pelters should be dealt with bullets. However, having said that, your own alliance partner, you just heard the Chief Minister there saying very clearly that there are lots of misguided elements there. They need to be brought back on the right path. So there's a massive difference in the ideology of the two partners.
And law and order situation, if we can restore and bring peace and prosperity in Kashmir, dialogue is a very good thing, and India is the world's biggest democracy, and dialogue processes are always welcomed by every section of the society. But as the dialogue shall
You're
not
not
be
answering
at the
my
cost
question.
of national integrity and sovereignty. Our nation, we have to take all the measures to bring normalcy. And
you're not answering my question, sir. Mr. Raina, you're not answering my question. What's going on with the alliance? It's clearly on the rocks. Look at it. You have PDP leader Altaf Bukhari defending stone pelters. On the other hand, you have one of your own from the BJP saying that they need to be dealt with bullets. One small example.
This was the agenda and what the Prime Minister Modi Sahab and Chief Minister discussed.
Okay. All right.
Later on it will come.
All right, Mr. Raina, just stay with me. Let's get in Mr. Mattu from the NC. Mr. Mattu, you want to say something? Do you think all these talks will come to anything, or it's just going to come down to nothing when it comes down to the situation in Kashmir?
Well, it has come down to nothing every single time. Mehbooba Mufti has desperately gone running to New Delhi to meet the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. This is not the first time she has rushed to Delhi like a helpless, powerless Chief Minister. She keeps doing this. But the problem is that we are looking at this meeting as an alleged meeting between a Chief Minister and a Prime Minister to discuss the situation in the state. It is not. It is a meeting between two allies. Mehbooba Mufti knows the situation has reached a stage where governor's rule is being considered. She wants to desperately avoid being sacked in J&K. We have gone down from a 26% turnout in 2014 elections, parliament elections, to a 7% turnout now. No amount of Mehbooba Mufti's photo opportunities in New Delhi can change the situation. I heard Ravinder Rana speaking. The fact of the matter is, as of yesterday, BJP has said only Nirmal Singh and Sat Sharma can speak on behalf of the BJP in the state, and nobody else can speak on behalf of the BJP. There's a complete state of disarray. These people look at everything through communal lens.
So what the line of the NC is, it's governor's rule, right?
Absolutely no doubt about it. It is not just NC, ma'am. The Chief Minister's own brother, her candidate for the parliamentary poll for Anantnag, came out and held a press conference and said the state government cannot conduct elections. It is not capable of conducting elections in J&K. A government which is not capable of conducting elections, even when we had elections in the thick of militancy, that government has no right to stay, no moral right to stay in power.
Right. All right, appreciate you joining us, Mr. Mattu. We're going to keep tracking the developments right here. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Mattu from the NC. I believe we also have Ashraf Wani, my colleague, who's joining us live with the very latest on what's actually happening, where the PDP-BJP alliance back in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. Let me cut across right now. We have Brijesh Pandey, we have Gaurav Sawant, we have Kamaljeet Sandhu, and we have Ashraf Wani. Brijesh, coming to you, that meeting which we were talking about, clearly some things, it's very evident that things are not going right. And this meeting was less of a meeting of a chief minister meeting the prime minister, but to alliance partners trying to see if they can actually save the gig.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, the number of times, she invoked Atal Bihari Vajpayee, it was very clear it gave you a clear drift of which way the coalition is going. Because, the BJP has been maintaining a very hard stance vis-a-vis the stone pelters. And, she kept on harping about how, it is dialogue which is the only way forward possible to bring back normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir. She also said that it was Vajpayee who initiated dialogue both with Hurriyat, with other separatist group. And it was because of these initiatives initiative, these dialogues which were started by Vajpayee, which saw, some path-breaking development. And she also very importantly said that if we do not pick from where Vajpayee left in 2004, then the chances of normalcy returning to Valley will be very less. So it was very clear, you get the drift of which way the coalition is going. And when I asked him specifically about, the bickering between the two alliances which happened after the election of MLC, which caused a lot of bad blood between the two factions, she clearly said that whatever happened was very, very unfortunate. But the BDP is the only party which is maintaining the coalition dharma. But she also said that she went on to add that this is an internal matter and she will sort it out with the BJP. But it is very clear that, that there are clear differences of opinion vis-a-vis BJP as well as PDP on how to handle the most crucial and contentious
more political reactions. Engineer Rashid from the Awami Ittihad Party on the phone line with us. Mr. Rashid, what do you think? All of this, all these talks going to come down to nothing?
I will tell you one thing, that whatsoever Mahabba ji has talked to Modi ji, that is welcome. But unless and until she doesn't collect courage and tell Narendra Modi ji that you need to resolve Jammu and Kashmir dispute, which is not a law and order problem but a political dispute, and you have promised us right to self-determination, it will not bring peace on the roads of Kashmir. Madam needs to tell Modi ji louder and clear that there is a political issue and we need to resolve it politically. And unless and until we don't involve Pakistan, because Gilgit-Baltistan and POK is directly in the control of Pakistan. So without taking Pakistan into confidence and without talking to Hurriyat Conference militants and other people, you can't bring peace, ma'am. That is very important. Unless madam doesn't do it, this all is a futile exercise.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Engineer. Gaurav, let me bring you in. With all that's going on right now, one thing it seems is very clear, that the strategy of the NSA, Mr. Ajit Doval, continues when it comes down to dealing with the law and order situation in Kashmir. That is something which seemed that the Prime Minister did not budge on.
I mean, everyone's trying to put the cart before the horse. Now, for dialogue, violence needs to stop. That is step one. So how come nobody's putting pressure on stone pelters to stop pelting stones? How come nobody's putting pressure on stone pelters not to stop anti-terrorist operations? So that is step one. Now, unless step one is taken, you don't move to step two. That is, that is point one. And point two, even Mehbooba Mufti has now come down to accepting the fact that violence needs to stop. She herself said that an environment needs to be created to have a dialogue. So you can't have a dialogue when stone pelting is on. That's point one. Point two, as far as Pakistan-sponsored terror, whether you have dialogue or you don't have dialogue, Pakistan-sponsored terror continues. So Pakistan-sponsored terror needs to be dealt with a firm hand, which is exactly what is happening. So far there were elections. So far, because of all of that, there was some amount of restraint on anti-terrorist operations, but now you will see that anti-terrorist operations will start in full swing. 300 WhatsApp groups have been deactivated. More will be deactivated in the times to come. So there is a very systematic approach that the government is pursuing